Hello everyone and welcome to the Hume City FC podcast Beyond the 90. My name is Michael Stratus and with us today is a very special guest from all the way from Mexico, Chris Engelhart. Chris, hello.
Hi, all good, and you?
I'm good. I should say, hola, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
There you go. Now, don't worry people, we're not going to do this in Spanish. We will do this in English just so the people can understand. But before we get into this, I would like to thank all of our sponsors: Nazio, Palomo, Zuby, the Graham Hotel, RHF Stone, Clearview Windows, and Tech Foods. Chris, welcome. Mate, how's it been in Australia so far? I mean, you've got here, at the start of the year or end of last year? You've been settling in okay?
Yeah, I came since January,
Yep.
and it's been very nice. I'm liking it a lot.
Is this the first country that you've been in outside of Mexico?
No, I spent the before coming here, I spent 6 months in Andorra. And
Andorra,
yeah,
of course.
well,
Of course. Yes, of course.
that was the first one, and Australia the second one.
Yeah, of course. Well, look, probably your first English-speaking country, I guess, because Andorra, do they speak Spanish there as a
Yeah,
first
the
language?
official language is Catalan,
Yeah.
but they all speak Spanish.
Yeah, right.
You can speak Spanish.
Yeah,
freely.
of course. Yeah, well, when I went to Barcelona last, I spoke to a gentleman and he said that he didn't speak Spanish, he spoke Catalan. So I'm hoping you were able to get through okay.
Yeah, I think they're a bit more chilled in Andorra.
Of course. But no, that's good. Yeah. So obviously Australia, how are you finding sort of having to speak English every day all the time, or have you found a little bit of a Mexican sort of camaraderie or group that you've been able to hang out with?
Not yet.
Not yet. So if there's anyone out there that is watching, any Mexicans out there, Chris is looking for some sort of communities out there.
Yeah, well, it was a bit tough at first, but I've been practicing a lot, so it's has come easier now.
Yeah.
I learned English at school, but I hadn't had an English lesson since 12 years ago, so I think I learned it pretty well to speak it with that knowledge.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I learned it, and I have been practicing, and it comes easier every time.
Well, your English is pretty good for someone that hasn't practiced in 12 years. I mean, coming here and playing with the guys, Andorra, I imagine you would have been speaking a lot of Spanish still there, so you would have been communicating. Coming here when you're playing with, people that speak English as their main language and a few English and Scots that, that aren't too easy to understand. How do you sort of manage that to speak English and understand what they're saying out on the pitch?
Asking twice every time I didn't understand something.
Yeah, right. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, especially some football terms that I didn't know because they didn't taught me that.
Right, they didn't teach you that back in Andorra?
Yeah, so, well, just asking, not being ashamed of not knowing everything. So,
of course.
Yeah.
What were some of the words that you didn't understand on the pitch? Because when I watch you play football, it doesn't look like you're all in sync with them.
Yeah, well, sometimes you don't need to speak too much, but I don't know, some indications like drop. I didn't got it at first.
Oh, drop?
Yeah.
As in drop back, as in defense?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you don't drop back. Okay.
That or, well, sometimes for me when I was asking or wanting to call like certain type of pass, for example, the 1-2s.
Yep.
Well, we call it different. We call it pared, wall. Well, if I say someone wall, like no one would understand. Yeah, so I think I struggled a bit more with me asking things than being asked for things. Yeah.
Well, look, at the end of the day, though, football's a universal language, isn't it?
Yeah, so, totally.
And at the end of the day, as long as you're starting to, it seems like you're starting to really gel with the players. You've been here for a little bit now, and I guess you don't need the language thing isn't really because it's not hugely important because you're kind of understanding sort of where everyone's at on the pitch.
Yeah. Also, they're all good, very good lads. So no one has told me that they don't understand anything of what I say. Like they also make a try, and that's like something I appreciate. Yeah. And they're very patient also with me with the language barrier. So it's been very nice, and I have been enjoying a lot.
Well, I'm glad that your English is good so we can do the podcast. I heard you just say lads. Is that a word that you've picked up in Australia, or overseas? Because I feel like that's not, from Mexico, that's more like, that's more American English. Lads, have you said that before, or is that just
Lads?
lads?
Is it
They're good
American
lads.
or?
Well, it's more British than it is more British Australian. I haven't. It's an interesting turn.
Well, I heard it before coming here,
Okay, good. Yeah.
but yeah, I hear a lot of teammates using that word.
Lads,
So yeah.
So it's not one of the words you've picked up here. Have you picked up any interesting Aussie words since you've been here?
Yeah, some
We
of
can't
them.
say we can't say that one.
Yeah, some of
no,
them.
well, yeah, no, that's good. The boys are teaching you very well. I mean, how have
The Jena.
the
Jena.
Jenna?
Yeah, no?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
nah.
nah.
Yeah, okay. I need to learn from you. Yeah, no, that's a good Australian one. Talk to me, like, obviously, you've come here, you've been doing, you've sort of moved, transitioned to Australia. How are you finding sort of playing with the boys, or the lads, I should say? How have you been finding playing with them and adapting to a new country and a new team?
Well, I think that the system that Nick wants us to play has helped me a lot to get to understand what they want from me. So it has not been that difficult to understand what I am expected to do, and also for me to expect what my teammates have to do to help me or for me to help them. So I think we have a very good relationship inside the dressing room, and you can see it from the outside also that we're a very good team. Like, not just with some good players, we're actually a good team with good chemistry, and I think that always makes things easier.
I mean, you are one of the many players that sort of came into this team. Are you surprised at how quickly we've adapted? Because you are an outstanding player. It is a pleasure to watch you play football.
Thank you.
But are you surprised at how quickly the team has adapted so together and become such a good unit?
Yeah, I've been told that most of us are new for the team, right? Yeah, it's kind of impressive because when you have like more than half of the team as a new player for us, it's been impressive that we have understand each other quite fast.
Yeah, fantastic. You played in 3 different countries: Mexico, Andorra, and Australia. You've sort of you've played it for a few different clubs there. Where does this compare with with those sort of clubs that you've played in there? The camaraderie, the ability that you guys all have together, is that sort of up there with one of the best teams that you've sort of played with across your career?
Do you mean like in the level of football? Or?
Yeah, the level of football and how you guys are playing, gelling really nicely and working so well together. Is that sort of the best that you've come across in the many times
I got it. Well, the level's pretty high. Yeah. And about the team, I think every team's different. Like, every dressing room gets their things different. But yeah, surely it's one of the best I've ever been at.
Oh, fantastic. Obviously you played for a few different clubs in Mexico. You played in Andorra, you played here. When did you first realize that you wanted to be a football player? I mean, I know we all dreamed of being a footballer, but some of us, luckily enough, are able to do it. When did it become something you really wanted to do?
Like something real that
something that, when did you want to be a footballer?
Well, since I was a kid.
Yeah. A niño for those.
Yeah, niño. Yeah, since I can remember, I've always wanted to be a football player, and where it kind of turned real, like something that could happen, was when I turned 14. I got invited to move from Morelia to Guadalajara, my city hometown, to play football. It was still not professional, but it was like the way to become pro.
An academy.
Yeah, a proper academy. So, like full time now, training in the morning. So, ever since I turned 14, like, it became something real. I also kept going with the school, but football was now a priority. Yeah. Like, even training in the mornings and going to school in the afternoons. So I would say since I was 14 years old.
And then it became a sort of reality once the academy. Was there any, once you hit 14, was there any, you were still going to school, were there any other potential career paths that you potentially had, or was football, once you hit that 14, once you went to that academy, it's full steam ahead for being a footballer?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was like totally into football, but like, do you mean what would I be if
Well, I mean, back then in 14, were you sort of, obviously you wanted to be a footballer, but was there any other career paths, any other jobs that you thought that
caught my attention?
Yeah, that caught your attention in case the football thing didn't work out? An actor, a singer,
no, well,
translator.
It always caught my attention, like, to be a pilot.
A pilot?
Yeah, but I never took it seriously.
Oh, of
like,
course.
yeah, but mostly because it will be always being far away from your family.
Because right now you're pretty close to your family. Aren't you?
No, but in football it's like temporary.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, like I liked the idea. I don't remember which movie. The movie from DiCaprio.
Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, you wanted to live like Catch Me If You Can.
No, but like,
okay,
it
now
was
I'm getting to know a bit.
pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And like, was something that I thought about, like, okay, maybe if I wasn't a footballer, but at that age, that's what I thought.
Of course.
At that moment, but like, things just kept getting more and more serious with football, so I never really gave it a second thought.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
if you ask me today, no, I wouldn't like it.
it is fitting because obviously being here in Broadmeadows, we are quite close to the airport, and sometimes when we're playing, we see the game, the planes go over the top of us. So you're kind of living that dream a little bit of being a pilot still, right?
Yeah, I remember it a little, but no, I don't have the tickle to keep on going with that. Yeah, no.
Of course. No, and that's good. And, the football thing's really worked out. So, obviously, you did the academy. Now, you moved a little bit around in Mexico with playing for different sort of teams. Talk to us about that. Is it sort of difficult to find sort of stability in a club when you're sort of going from club to club over a few year period?
Yeah, it gets difficult. I think it's more difficult in the personal life, like outside from the field. But well, I started moving a lot because I had a contract with a first team league,
which was
Toluca
FC.
Yeah, so they sent me on 2 loans.
Yeah.
Like every loan for a year. So that's when I started like to keep moving.
Yeah.
And after my second loan, we finished the contract, and I wanted to move out from Mexico, but the transfer window from Europe is different from Mexico. So I was like keeping a team in Mexico like waiting for me.
You were keeping them waiting.
Yeah, because I knew the sports director since time ago.
Yeah.
He was a coach at the academy at the moment in Guadalajara. So I knew him. We had a good relationship. And I told him, okay, I don't want to say no, but I want to try outside from Mexico. I want to see if I can get something. And he told me, okay, I get it. I kind of support you in that, but you need to give me an answer before this date.
Yeah.
So I kept like 2 weeks looking for an opportunity outside of Mexico, but things were just starting to move in the teams out of Mexico. So like it was just starting in Europe, and in Mexico was already closing. So
it's hard to get the transition.
Yeah. So I didn't want to risk it, and I stayed in Mexico 1 more year. And at the next year, it was like, okay, now I'm gonna go all in for for Europe. I couldn't find anything, and so I had to not quit playing, but I had to wait 6 months to play again.
Yeah. So then you went to Andorra.
Yeah, I went to Andorra, and I also had like some. I had a lot of Mexican teammates there. And we were all in the same idea that to keep growing in football, we had to leave Mexico. In that moment, we were thinking about that. I kind of still think about that in that way. And I stayed in Andorra like a few months only. There were some personal issues that I didn't like too much. And that's when I got the offer for coming here. And I thought like, okay, that's a crazy move, but why not?
Yeah. I mean, Australian would have never been you were trying so hard to get into Europe, Australia would have never been on your radar, would it?
Not really with football, but yeah, I wanted to know the country because I have a cousin here. She lives in Sydney.
Yeah.
She has been here for 8 years, so
Well,
it was time to visit her. Yeah.
Of course. And you've come to Australia, and you're a bit further down, but you've come to Australia nonetheless, and in Melbourne, and it's a pleasure for us to have you here. Is the desire to one day go back to Europe?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, obviously, once you've won titles and you've become a club legend at Hume City FC, the plan would be to go back to Europe, I imagine.
Yeah, I would love to.
Yeah, and then instead, would you ever consider a move back to Mexico?
Yeah, also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah, cool. But you're enjoying your time in Australia so far.
Yeah, for the moment.
Yeah,
I'm focusing.
Yeah,
here.
of course. Have you obviously being in Australia, have you had a meat pie yet or a sausage roll?
Meat pie, yeah, both.
Yeah, okay, good. How does Australian food stack up with Mexican food? Now, I'm going to say, my opinion is that it's nowhere near, but it's something different for you, right?
I think this is my answer. My answer is, it's gonna be another question. Like, what is the traditional plate in here?
Look, honestly, like a meat pie would probably be
a meat pie.
Yeah, well, Australia is we're based off other cultures.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other cultures. But if you were to pick an Australian delicacy that is purely Australian, I'd say we're more desserts as we are. Actually.
Okay, because I've asked this before and they have told me meat pie, but they also told me that that's a bit more from New Zealand. So
yeah.
And fish and chips.
Well, that fish and chips is also look.
You're the first one who says the chicken
well, the
parma.
Chicken parma. Look, if you go to a pub if you go to a pub, and I'm sure you have in your time since you've been here, gone to a pub, a chicken parmigiana is the safest bet.
Okay.
Have you had one yet?
Yeah, here at the club. Yeah.
At this club here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't even know we served chicken parma. But no, cool. One of the clubs you played for was Toluca FC. I think they were the ones that had you for 2 years, and then they loaned you off to a couple of.
I spent there 5 years.
5 years. Oh,
yeah.
So you were there for quite some time.
Yeah, because I was in the academy first.
Of course. So one thing that I've been to Toluca, and one thing I found really interesting about Toluca is that it's obviously the highest point of Mexico, I believe. Is it? It's one of the tallest points in Mexico.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the highest, but
one of the highest
ones,
which means that the air is obviously a bit harder to breathe there and all that. How do you sort of, as a footballer, go to playing with that compared to sort of when you go on sea level?
Oh, it's different every time because when you're used to play at the height, like in Toluca,
high altitude,
you struggle to go to sea level also.
See, that's.
But if you're used to train and play and live in a city with sea level, you also struggle a lot to go to the altitude. Yeah.
Do you find it's more of an advantage? Because look, when I went to Toluca and I was running, I was really struggling. Now, I didn't think I was unfit from all the tacos and all the stuff that I was eating. But do you find that it was harder to go sea level or like which way is harder? Because it's fascinating. Because in Australia, a lot of us we're sea level, especially in Victoria. But yeah, Toluca, Mexico, it's very up and down.
No, I think it's tougher to go high.
Of course.
To go into the altitude.
So did you ever have an advantage then?
A little.
A little?
Because if you're fit enough, it won't hit you that much. And if you go to sea level and you're not prepared, like hydrated, you will get dehydrated.
Yeah.
Dehydrated.
Very fast. So that's the big one. It's dehydrated.
Yeah.
Right.
At sea level.
No, of course, but I would have thought that it was more just the breathing and sort of your capacity, your lung capacity. But you think it's the dehydration is the biggest thing that gets you.
That's the thing that hits you going from altitude to the sea level. That's what I think, because if you don't sweat a lot in the altitude, it doesn't matter at sea level because you will sweat.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. So if you ever got up high altitude and you're moving to sea level, make sure you're drinking lots of water.
Yeah, you have to be prepared.
You have to be prepared. Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, that's really fascinating. I didn't realize that that's and you reckon it was easier to go down than it was to go back up?
Not easier, but Well, different.
More manageable.
Yeah, but well, also something to consider was the ball.
The ball.
Yeah, the flying of the ball.
In what sense?
In the
Am I-
altitude, it
Am I about to have a
flies
science lesson here?
much faster than at sea level.
At
You
sea
can feel
level,
it. You can feel it. Like
The
every
ball-
time you hit it, you can feel it.
The ball going faster at sea level.
No, slower at sea
Slower.
level.
Oh, because there's less air to get through, right?
I don't know. I don't
There you
know
go.
the exact science, but yeah, you can notice it.
Well, if anyone wants to comment in the comments as to why that is, but yeah, so it goes slower, which would make as a forward, it would make your life a bit harder because you don't know how to read the ball. I imagine it'd be, if a player's playing you the ball normally up with high altitude, it'd probably go faster, but you got to time your runs better then, I imagine.
I think you struggle like in every position if you're used to something and
Yeah.
the ball changes drastically.
That's fascinating. That would make life.
I
so
mean,
hard.
it's not like completely different, but
yeah.
you can notice the difference.
Yeah. Okay. Well, is it faster here or slower here compared to where you've previously played? Probably faster.
From Andorra,
Yeah.
um,
The ball or the altitude flight. I mean, we're low altitude here, so I imagine the ball would be quite quick.
the ball's also different, like the brand.
Yeah.
In Andorra, it was difficult to make the ball like go down, like up and down faster.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, because like if you didn't hear it properly, it could like fly very
Fly
easily.
in-
Yeah,
yeah, okay.
Yeah, so here I would say it's a bit heavier, and you can make it go up and down like
Yeah. Brilliant.
easier.
Yeah. Fantastic. Okay. Well, there you go. Where have you enjoyed playing your football the most? Outside.
Oh.
I mean, we all know Hume City has been amazing too. But if we were to pick somewhere outside of Hume City, what would we say?
Oh, in my second loan from Toluca, I went to Guadalajara back again with Tapatio,
Yeah.
and over there. Yeah.
Okay. Is that because you won titles or?
Yeah, I won the second league title of Mexico with a pretty young team. We were, you could compare it as Melbourne City, the team playing in MPL.
Yeah.
Like they have their first team and the second team playing in the second league.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of, you could compare it. It was Chivas in the first league and Tapatio in the second league. And we became champions there, and with a pretty enjoyable system to watch. People could have joy like watching us play.
Oh, fantastic! Just like
here.
Just like here. And in 10 years' time, when you're doing another podcast on another thing, that when someone asks you this question, you say Hume City FC.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Now, usually with the other players, I've been doing sort of like quick fun fire questions, but for you, I feel like it's different because English is your second language. There goes a plane, by the way, just in case it's the pilot. So I'm going to say an English word, and you're going to have to try and guess what it is. Now I know you. Now don't look at this. I saw you having a bit of a peep. All right, here we go. So if I say arvo, what am I referring to?
Afternoon.
Oh, there you go. All right, well done. That's 1 for 1. Barbie. I'm going to a Barbie.
Barbecue.
Okay, cool. That was an easy one.
Easier.
I'm going to have brekkie today.
Breakfast.
I feel like you know this. Esky. I'm going to go put something in my esky.
No,
I think I got you. All right. Then. It's a cooler, a nice box. Like
okay.
Cool, yeah. Fair dinkum. Something is fair dinkum. If you say, I really like Hume City, I'll say fair dinkum. What does that mean?
No idea.
You know idea? It means genuine, true, or honest. There you go.
How is it again?
Fair dinkum. Do you want to give
I'll
it?
never say that. No, I'll never say that.
You want to give us a try? What about going for a Macca's run? What's going for a Macca's run?
To McDonald's, but I'm not sure if for a burger or a coffee.
Oh no, just going to Macca's. But,
Okay.
But as an athlete, you wouldn't be doing any Macca's runs, would you?
No, never.
Yeah, good boy. What is a mozzie?
A mossy.
A mozzie. They are
Mustache?
the most. No.
No?
Mozzie is a mosquito, the most annoying thing
Oh,
on the planet.
okay. I haven't seen any here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh well, wait until. But you were here in January. Okay. Maybe they just don't like you. Maybe they don't like you. Everyone says that, but no. Wait till December. You'll cop it then.
Okay.
What is a servo?
A servo.
Yeah, I'm going to go to a servo.
The gas station.
Okay, yep, that very good. I have a really good pair of sunnies.
Sunnies, sunglasses.
Okay, yep, that's an easy one. This is the hardest one.
Okay.
I own a pair of thongs.
Oh, sandals.
You know
Yeah.
okay.
The tiny ones.
The tiny ones. Yeah, thongs. Yep. Well, on that note,
But isn't that also like an underwear?
it is an underwear. Yes.
Yeah.
But in Australia, we refer to the I'm not going to say what we refer to the underwear as, but it is a type of underwear. Yes.
Okay.
But we're the only country in the world that refers to this to sandals as thongs.
Just here.
Just here.
Okay.
Everywhere else, they call them
To the underwear.
flip flops or
Slides,
sandals.
no?
Or no, not slides.
No, not slides?
Not slides.
Okay.
Havanas.
Okay.
You know Havanas?
Sandals.
Sandals.
Okay.
There you go. But, yeah, we don't wear. I've never worn a pair of thongs, the underwear. So
Okay.
I hope you haven't either. Chris, it was fantastic having you. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me.
As I said, it's fantastic watching you play, and I'm hoping to see you score more goals and contribute more, and hopefully we can win the league together.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, you can win the league. I'll watch you win the league. Thanks, mate.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.